Data encapsulation. What is data encapsulation? Data encapsulation is the separation of data from application that uses the data at a logical level. Now we do this so that you can't have a user come in and change things in your code that will cause the code to crash or not perform properly. So what we're going to have example here is to run the fourth play, which is private and public. User only can direct to change what is public, and we have an user be able to change the input. The private section we have the array formats items. So in this case, we have a program to say, let's add a number of grades. We have a list of grades, something like that. We have the user to input what grade that he wants to put. He puts the input 54. Okay, he doesn't change the array, but he wants that value inside the array. So what we do is we design a program that lets someone be able to pick this value. I have a function set up that adds that value into this function without the user actually changing this function. That way, the program designer can still control what happens to the array, and that an error or compile function, something wrong won't occur. So in this case, we'll have input as like someone makes it 54. We'll have a function say add grade. Say yes, want to add a grade. What's input grade? 54 would be for the input. We have input, use something like a push function or add item function, and they'll just put whatever he put in for input into the array with max items. For this example, we're going to use the code that we did in class. There are many codes on the internet and many tutorials that help you do this, and I even looked at them, but for this example, I'm going to explain using code that we did in class. As you can see to the left, the class functions. The class has two private and public domains. In the private sense, we're going to have the array string, team, and array and player in private. Even though we want to manipulate the data that's going to be in there, we do not want the user to directly affect those arrays. So instead, we give them functions like find player, show roster, remove player, and actual roster. Actual roster is actually our add function. We're going to use our add, press 1. We're going to use the input, press 1, and we're going to insert our player name. Then we're going to insert our player's number. Then we're going to display it using our show entire roster function. And as you can see, there's the player entered, 12, Joshua. So, although we did not give the user direct access to the arrays, which we use in private, we gave them access to functions that can help manipulate the array. We do this so that the user cannot directly affect the array. So how making an array, in this case, let's say 3 instead of 50 or the max items that you would have for this array.